Alright, so today's video we're watching a Gold 2 DPS on console playing some Bastion, Reaper, and Venture on Blizzard World. That's quite the hero pool. You don't see that hero pool too often, right? Bastion, Reaper, Venture. Okay. They say, so this game was a roller coaster of highs and extremely low lows. In the beginning, we got steamrolled for a good 1 to 2 minutes until we finally managed to start pushing the payload. On defense, I think I was heavily underperforming and losing team fights we should have won. During the last push, I genuinely felt like there was nothing I could do, and we ended up drawn because of this. Okay, so we know it's a draw. Overall, I feel like I was throwing my team a lot with my position and lack of awareness. Sometimes I just didn't know what I was supposed to be doing at times, and I feel like that's what caused the outcome of the match. Anyways, any tips or advice will be heavily appreciated. Thank you. So we basically, to summarize here, they have a bunch of highs and lows in their games, and they don't really know why and what they can do to play better and if they're throwing or not. Also, I never really knew there was a map here of, like, Blizzard World. Like, this whole time, you know? Kind of cool. Yeah, exactly. The weather can definitely be like that. All right, so you're on Bastion on Blizzard World, which is an interesting... just to make it clear, you'll hear me bring up, like, oh, this is an interesting pick on, like, this map. And I'll kind of explain why. You can make it work. It's just first points here, the sight lines, right? And what makes Blizzard World a very interesting map is these sight lines are very long. So a hero like Bastion takes time to establish and get that map control, which is why I'll be like, oh, that's an interesting pick. I've lost to Bastion on this map. It works. It's just... when you have such a long sight line where so much spam damage can happen, it becomes really hard for Bastion to be able to really get that initial value. It doesn't mean it's impossible, it's just because it takes a while. Because, you know, even if you get some damage output, they can hide and they can go whatever. But keep in mind, and just to get this is a gold game, I'm not going to go too much into detail on that one. Bastion on this map is going to work just fine. I mean, like I said, I even in top 500, I get rolled by a Bastion. But that's also why I look at it and go, oh, this is different. Because, like, I don't see it as much. So it's always just, like, a cool thing to see, like, different heroes I wouldn't normally see be played on these maps. Right now, like, the number one thing I deal with on the Blizzard World is just Widows. You just get rolled by a Widow. So, also, their team hasn't picked a 5th yet, and you have a pick. So, I'm going to curious to see. You should win this point with ease, by the way. They don't have a tank. That's your wrecking ball, just to... Okay, they finally picked the tank. Okay, so you just basically got first point for free. And then did that. Just be careful. Remember, if you win a team fight pretty easily, there's a good chance they're already back to where you're at. Now, they also... to kind of give you an idea, you said you get rolled for the first couple minutes. You kind of didn't really see how they were going to play because their tank was legit AFK. Just so you know. Like, their tank was AFK. So you didn't even get to see how they would play normally. So don't feel too bad about having, like, a tough go with things here at the beginning. Okay. I'm going to pause right away to help you out here. I want to get you out of the mindset of, so I just started blasting. Anybody who knows the picture or the meme... what I'm referencing that one.
Anyway, I started blasting.
What that means is, rather than, like, go into turret form because you see somebody out of position, you hide behind a wall and then come around the corner blasting and then nobody's there. So when you do need turret form to kind of prevent them from making a good play, you don't have it because you just started blasting, right? That's the whole point behind that. You started blasting and there was nobody there because you saw a queen, but then because you didn't recheck, it's okay to, like, peek the corner, see somebody there, and then go into turret form, not hide, and then go in turret form around the corner. Bastion is one of those heroes that the kit is pretty, and can be pretty easy to figure out and, like, know where you get a lot of your value from, and your turret form is, like, a main part of your value. So I would be careful of just wasting that cooldown, because then you spend the next whatever amount of seconds just doing nothing, right? So, I want to point that out. You know, there's an arrow in front of you that can see where you're at. Okay. So far, you've now... do you see what's happening? You want to take that... You want to take that, how do I put this? You want to take that Bastion form duel when there's an opportunity for a kill. Now, let me give you an example. I would have used it earlier when the brig was low. You didn't use it when the brig was low in front of you. You went around the corner, you hit, and then you just got stuck because they had corner. You could have definitely killed the brig because the brig was out of position. Find out of position players and kill them, not give them time to survive and then use your turret. Billy Wabbit, thanks for the 4 months of the Beach Friends. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, here we go. All right, there you go. Now, this is a good turret form. You're gonna get killed, but like, that is. Listen, I know you got killed there, but the turret form made sense, right? You got charged in, they're out of position, then you go into turret form, not turret form high. That does come out 2 p.m. Eastern, about 6 hours from now. All right, Bastion all time. Remember? Okay, got a kill. But you Venn diagrammed. I want to show you some of that is really frustrating about playing against a Bastion. Granted, you got the kill. A lot of good Bastions, what they do is they predict where you're going to go on the second one. So you ult in the first spot, and then you predict where they're going to go next, rather than just like spam one spot. It worked, but if that's your ult every time, you're going to have a lot of inconsistent ults. You can also delay it a long time. So another tip that Bastions do is they'll do, what is that? Oh, that's just, Hanzo getting excited. He's what is he looking up at? Scatter arrow? He's just getting excited for some scatter arrow. Basically, with Bastion, one thing that you can do is you do one, predict where the other one goes. If you don't get a kill, just stop for a second, and then a third one, like last possible second. Let me tell you, I've seen some Bastions pop off that way. You like do 2 of them. If you don't get the kill, you then just like wait till last possible second and then ult. These are just random tips I've seen from Bastions in like top 500 that can be annoying to play against that. So sometimes you can do that with your ult too. But that I call that the Venn diagram, where you just spam everything. Okay, now you're on Reaper. All right, now you're on Reaper. Let's see what happens. Wonderful. Onto the cart. I would probably do the same thing. Okay, I'm okay with you being sneaky. This is fine. I'm okay with this. It worked. I do have a question. Why did the Ana not heal that Hanzo at any point? I was expecting the Ana to heal the Hanzo and that'd be a lot more difficult. At no point, like, nah, I'm good. I'm not healing anything. Good luck. Okay. All right. Keep it going. This is gold. Yep. Death ignited. Is it out of spite? I don't know why they would do that out of spite. That would be. So far, Reaper's been a much better pick for you because you just don't have to worry about your cooldowns. You just go in, you hit some buttons, then you get out. That's it. You can't out-heal a Reaper? You can absolutely out-heal a Reaper. 1000%. Like, yes, the Reaper will do... Let me rephrase that. Wrong side, by the way. Left side. Top left. Not that top left, but yeah. Reaper will do more damage in your heals, but, like, by the time... If the Ana hits enough heals, in theory, that should give enough time to force the Reaper into, like, a cooldown. Like that. Misusage of your cooldowns, by the way. That's why you died there. Res by your mercy. Okay, remember you can, if you really wanted to, you can use your fade, or whatever it's called on Reaper to, okay. So I want to see you use Reaper Fade more because you took an extra 150 damage or whatever it was from the Junker Queen ultimate by not using it to then force your Mercy to have to fly to you to heal. And then on top of that, when you're getting shot at by an Ashe, rather than use that again, you didn't hit the button again. So that's twice where you could have used your cooldown, and instead you just got rolled. So whatever that cooldown is, I don't know what the keybind is on console, but let's go. What rank is this gold? Join me. Okay. Try not to use that out of spawn like you just did, because now you need it and you don't have it. I use it sometimes out of spawn, but it's because I know I have to go a far distance. Okay. It works. I'm not even gonna fault that. Nice job.
Death stops for no one.
Good job. Nice. That was well played. I like that. Yeah, go for the queen. You have the right idea here. Get the mercy now. Nice. Don't be afraid to use your... There you go. I would like to see it used a little bit earlier. You should win that fight, I think. I just don't... I want to get you in the idea that this goes to, like... This goes for anybody. This could be helpful. I'll wait till this round finishes, and I'll explain it in a second. The heck was that sound? But just to, like, kind of give you an idea, one thing that players do, and this can be helpful for, like, any character. A lot of players like to use their survivability tools when they're really low HP. Let's get out of that mindset. Let's stop using Orisa Gold when you get to 100 HP. Let's stop using Reaper Shift when you get to 30 HP. Think of it as like, okay, that 50% HP mark, around there, right? Because as Orisa, you need to be healed up. It's a lot harder to heal you up to full when you're at no HP. As Reaper, why would you want to have your supports have to heal you for 270 when, unless of course you're going to secure a kill, why would you want to wait till you get to 5 HP to use Shift, have to get healed, hope you get healed, and then be able to go back in? Like, there's ways that you can outplay that and add a little bit more of a dynamic to your play and less predictability. So that goes for Orisa players, that goes for Reaper players. Like, stop trying to use your survivability cooldowns at like 5 HP. Use them well before you get to that point.
Crush the enemy.
Okay, that's better. Better timing. You were low, but like that was like a good timing to use it, is all I'm saying. You don't have it now, so you want to play around that rather than sit there in front of them. So like, yeah, use it to get out. Much better. Good example of using it in a good spot there. You use it to get out. You recognize if you did it, you probably would get rolled. I'm okay with that. They're gonna kill you here because they made a good play with like the Brig Lucio like rush there. So don't feel too bad about that situation. That was just a better play by them. And it's also, once again, why I recommend, eventually, as you climb, you probably won't play this close. Just so you know. You're going to play way further back. Okay. See how the Venture swap goes. Curious to see how it goes. Venture. Venture, like, they're really fun. But it's, like, so hard to... I can't get the time-ins down yet. But it's very fun hero. Hey, nice kills. That's just a good Hinda. Can't do anything about that one. One thing I'm curious to see how this goes is... It's not a bad pick because you can really disrupt their play. Like, Brig Lucio is actually a legitimate backline for Queen.
Such a klutz. We have to stop the payload.
So I'm curious to see how it goes.
Hiya.
They got us outnumbered. It's time.
There you go. Play to get out. Play to get out. Use your cooldown. You have it. There you go. You should be fine. If they overpush you, you'll get the kill. Nice job. Wait for it. Nice. Good job there. That was very well done. Okay, not bad. Not overfeeding so far. Definitely be a bit more of a nuisance, but like their comp also has some good ultimates against you. But so far, so good. Even if you get killed by this Cassidy, I think you did a good job there. You got multiple kills. You shouldn't lose the point now. That was well played. Good job. Good backline pressure. Good kills. So. You can pop your ult. Don't be afraid to pop your ult. Nice. Yo, good job. Okay, okay. Okay, here's my take. I feel like one thing you want to get better at is recognizing when a team fight's won. I always recommend to put on the sound option that lets you know when like you're getting kills on them. so you don't waste your ultimates. But I just feel like you've already won the team fight. You got 3 elims at that point, so I think the correct decision here is just to wait. I'd say just wait to use your ultimate. You would have been able to get those kills even with the Brig ult inside of a Emongg ultimate. They're not surviving that. So just, ult economy goes a long way in winning the game. Just want to point that out. It goes a long way in winning the game. That's where a lot of games can kind of shift really quickly when you lose your ult advantage. And that is one of those moments where it's like, your team, if you look at your ults right now, it would have been nice to have an ultimate like Venture one to at least zone them out. You do have window, but it would have been nice to have. I think drops will be around 2 p.m. Eastern, just so you know. Once again, like they usually update them like really late and they just kind of appear, but they will be at like 2 p.m. Eastern. That was a bit ambitious by you. Like, wait on the time-ins to go in. Don't try to force the play. That's just trying to do too much. That's trying to do too much.
That's a bump on the noggin for sure.
Not bad. Yeah, you're just... That was... I'm not even going to comment on that one. Your team lost the point. You got snowballed out. I'd keep your ultimate here. I don't know if you were thinking of switching heroes. Remember, you don't need to just go in by yourself and try to engage the team. It's better to time it with your team to be able to make a play. Just remember that in these situations. I'm going to pause again. You're doing the same thing. You keep going in. You keep going in. You got to get out of that mindset, okay? You don't need to force a play. That's all I'm saying.
Oopsie daisy.
Wait for it. Okay.
They're moving the payload.
Nothing's happening. You're just chilling. Wait on your team for a second. Wait for your ball to engage. Also, I mean, you want me to be real with you? Since you do have the ability to swap heroes, because like you've already played 3 heroes now, I don't even like Venture on third point here. I think on third point, Venture is going to struggle a little bit because the way that you have to engage them, it's a lot harder to flank them like you would on, like, let's say second point. You can kind of like set up your engagements, right? So I would be very careful of, don't be afraid to swap here. And I know that even I said when you were at 62%, maybe you stay on there to keep your ultimate, but in hindsight now, I think you could have went pretty much anything else here and had a better result. Like even the Reaper Bastion that you were playing earlier might go a little bit better against this just because of the engagement points you have to take. But, we'll see how it goes. I'm just like, now I'm theorizing on that one, thinking about that. I'm like, maybe that's... We'll see. Nice kill. It's working out. Your team's stopping them. Flound, thanks to the 21 months of the British Bronze. Thank you. Shit. Not bad. You got the kills. Okay. Okay. Your team engaged. You can start to be a little bit more aggressive now. Just be careful. Nice. Perfectly fine. I see why you feel like you're not doing as much, but it's also just because of, like, third point. It's like you're... It goes back to the less is more conversation we've had a few times now on stream. And I feel like this is, like, when it comes to Overwatch, and like I feel like this is one of those moments where it's okay if nothing's happening and your team are at least holding it. Right? Like, it's not... You don't always have to be doing something if the other team is doing nothing. Is basically what I'm saying. I'm okay with you saving your ultimate because you have it on retake now and you have a bunch of ultimates. So as long as your team uses your ults correctly, you should be in a good spot.
Sure.
Oh, nice ult. Yo, that was good. Good job on that ult. Well played there. Good job. That was like, they lined up perfectly for you. Holy crap. That was great. Okay. This is a good time to talk about this because I feel like a lot of Ventures don't do it, and you might be doing it now. The Venture is all about setting up. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be in front, you don't want to see them. Now, it looks like you might be considering that now by hiding here, and I hope you stay here. Like, you want to just hide in these corners. Setup time is very important in Overwatch. This goes for any role whatever you're playing. So setup time, a lot of that is when a team fight is done and they don't see you anymore, you know, after kill cams, etc. Or like being able to see like a little bit of that after. You go hide and you just wait, and that's when you wait for the engagements to happen. So you could wait here and get a free pick on somebody, right? Because they don't expect it. A lot of really good ventures do this where they set up after. Like you go to dumb spots sometimes. Like you could even go like here. They probably aren't going to clear this out. There's been nothing I've seen for them to like clear this out. Maybe you hide here. Do something ridiculous. Maybe like you see somebody go here and you go for a quick venture play by right-clicking them off the map, and then all you do is you just go out under the ground this way. So, you know, if you're going to play venture on not the most advantageous points, when you do win a team fight, make sure you set up. Now, it looks like you are, and I hope that's what you're doing, but we'll find out in a minute. Nope. You left. I wanted you to set up over there. Like, just wait. You'll get free kills that way. Because now you're just always in front of them like you're playing Cassidy. You see what I'm saying? Where in reality, like, you surprise them. Next thing you know, you get a free kill. Next thing you know, that soldier who just ulted, you surprise them from behind. And guess what? Boom. Get a kill. You see what I'm saying? Rather than just sitting in front of them as like Cassidy, when you win a team fight, take advantage of that. Go set up. All right. We know it ends in a draw, but now we'll see how it ends in a draw. Let's see what happens. Hey, good start. Good isolation. Good 1v1. Are you ready for something called health pack awareness? You're waiting on a health pack down here. No one's over here. There's a health pack right here. I'm just saying. This one heals for more, too. I'm just letting you know. Because when you get that first kill, and you know they're not here, I would get up there and be ready to go in. Like, you have a numbers advantage for a second. Actually, no, you don't. You lost your Mauga. But you can still kill him. And look at Ryan's HP, you know? So plenty of opportunity, though, is what I'm saying. It's been awesome to see that people have been loving the series. It's really cool to see. And, like, I actually think if you went for that Mega, you would have been there, like, a second sooner and probably killed that Reinhardt. So maybe this goes differently just because of that alone, right? Not bad. I don't know why I said not bad there. I just randomly said a word. It was great. Classic Overwatch release date? Today. Well, if you're watching the YouTube video, not today. It's probably already out, but. Alright, wait for it. Yeah, I'm not surprised seeing it in a draw. Listen, your number one problem is that you just don't... You're not playing the hero to, like, your strengths. So what I want to really see from you next time is health pack awareness. Set up when you're on Venture. When you're on Bastion, don't go into turret form behind like a wall. Like, play to the strengths of your hero. Don't just spam your buttons. And I feel like sometimes you were doing that. I actually feel like you played a lot better on Reaper and Venture than you did Bastion. So on Bastion, you need to clean up your turret form. I mean, it just wasn't as good as it could be. On Reaper, it's just about making sure you're using your cooldowns quicker. You know, Swift Step actually is really quick now, so you can use that even more aggressively. And then on Venture, it's a lot about setup time, recognizing your strengths, your weaknesses. And I think a lot of the time on Venture, when your team wins, you need to go and hide and set up to be able to kind of guarantee a burst damage kill. Stop playing... I always make these examples. Stop playing Venture like you're playing Cassidy. Like, play Venture like you're playing Venture. Like, go on angles, go on hide, set up. Do things that you would do to kind of guarantee kills. It's easier for them to deal with a Venture if they just see you right in front of you, right? And I think that's really where you're at. It's more along the lines of just, like, understanding how to play each hero. I'm not worried about some of the mechanics of stuff. I think it's more along the lines of, like, you just need to improve understanding the kits of each hero. And I think we kind of brought up those points. And if you can clean that up, you'll start to climb. You'll see a climb. It will happen. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. That's where you do that. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Also stream on YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day /night.